Hi, I'm Frank Morano. Zohran Mamdani wants to take one of the most important powers away from the NYPD Commissioner, the final say on officer discipline, and hand it over to a panel of political appointees. Let me put it bluntly. This is one of the worst ideas ever cooked up in City Hall, and that's saying something. Right now, the Civilian Complaint Review Board, the CCRB, makes recommendations. They investigate, they suggest punishments, and then the commissioner makes the final decision. Why? Because at the end of the day, the police commissioner is accountable for public safety in the city. You can't run the largest police department in America if you don't have authority over your own officers. Mamdani's plan would strip that power away and give it to a board dominated by activists and political appointees. Imagine if the Yankees manager wasn't allowed to pick the lineup. Instead, it was left to a panel of fans in the bleachers. That's how insane this is. And unlike baseball, these aren't games. These are life and death decisions. Police unions are warning, and I think they're absolutely right, that this would demoralize cops, drive them out of the NYPD, and make it almost impossible to recruit new ones. The SBA said it would destroy morale. The PBA said it would be the end of policing in this city. Think about that. We already have cops leaving in record numbers. You think putting their careers in the hands of political appointees who openly hate them is going to help? Not a chance. We've been here before. Remember the Eric Garner case? The CCRB tried to fire Officer Pantaleo. The commissioner at the time, James O'Neill, spent weeks weighing it before making his decision. He was accountable. He bore the responsibility, and he faced the consequences. That's how leadership works. If Mamdani had his way, the decision would have been outsourced to a boardroom of activists who answer to no one but their political pals. That's not oversight. That's chaos. So let's call this what it is, an anti-police power grab. Mamdani is trying to sneak defund the police in through the back door by gutting the commissioner's authority. It's dangerous, it's reckless, and if it ever passes, you can kiss public safety in New York City goodbye. I stand with the men and women of the NYPD. They deserve strong leadership, fair discipline, and a commissioner who can actually do the job, not a political kangaroo court. This is an awful idea, and we need to stop it dead in its tracks. Because if Zohran Mamdani thinks New Yorkers are going to be safer by letting the CCRB run the NYPD, then I've got a bridge in New York I'd like to sell him. Slightly used, good condition, cash only. Thank you.